Okay, thank you all for coming. Obviously an exciting ending to the game. Defensively, I thought we played solid football throughout the course of the day. Offensively, we made the plays we needed to when we had to make them. Nice coming away with a win,
Derek, I read something where they said that they wanted to get you sort of off your game and feel nervous. Are you nervous in that place, right?
Absolutely not. I feel like that's what I look for when I play this game, and I think that's what this team looks for. So I was never shying away from that moment. I wanted that.
Derek, Paxton was having a bit of a quieter game, and then you looked for him for a couple of really key plays down the stretch. Why?
It's just based off the look. Obviously I know Paxton's a super reliable guy, but the look that they were giving us, I knew he was going to be there if I could hold the backside safety with my eyes. So I just kind of looked him off for a little bit, and I knew Paxton was going to be where he was supposed to, and he made big plays for us at the end of the game.
Jalen, how hard was it watching the first half, and how much traction did you have going into the second half?
It's always difficult to be on the sideline, but I had full confidence in the guys. Stepped up. Very proud of them. Hennessy, definitely. Marcus, I think they all did a great job. Coming back from the half, I was just excited to go. I was able to, kind of have a sideline view of things, so I feel like that definitely helped me a little bit. I was very proud of the guys that were able to step up.
How does being on the sideline help?
Well, just being able to have a different view of the game. More of like, I'm not going to say bird's eye view because obviously I'm on the sideline, but that's what I'll compare it to.
What do you pick up? Just sort of, it's different than being in.
I feel like you're able to see more of a big picture type deal. Just start to see tendencies more often that you might not pick up if you're on in the game. And just being able to see any type of mistakes that the guys made in the first half, just try to correct on them, and try to keep them in the back of mind when I was able to go in.
Connor, did you strike it? Was it right down the middle?
Yeah, the clean ball was a great operation. I had a lot of faith in Josh Green and with the snap and then Dylan with the hold. So ultimately, I was just hoping for an opportunity, and we got one. And great snap, great hold, and was able to put it through. But we had a great game plan going in, so just good to walk away with the win.
What goes through your mind as the clock counts down? What do you tell yourself?
I think the key is to try to not let it be any different than the other ball. We do it all week in practice. We do it through preseason and in the off season. So like I said, you just gotta trust in the guys around you. I know I have great protection up front. I know I have a great snap every time and a good hold. So it's just from there it goes down to what you've been practicing and try to block everything out and just execute.
Yale called timeout to ice you, and then your sideline called a timeout. How do you keep your focus through all that?
I don't really believe in the ice. It's not a ball it cracks up to be. I think it's good to have some time to think about it, calm yourself down, and just think about what you need to do. So I have full faith in Coach D and his decision. So when he gave me the go ahead to go for it, I was excited to get out there. But
How did you call that?
I was actually considering going for it. It was fourth and about that much. And finish the game and with a score and stay away from the overtime, and then burning the last time out, just we're going to keep the field goal. Felt we had complete confidence in Connor, but it was okay. We're moving the ball down the field, push it in, score, or finish it. And glad I did what I did.
Connor, where does this rank? Have you had one like this before?
No, not here at Dartmouth. Had one early in the game against Harvard, and that ended up being a big one for us. But as far as a late game one, I think this is the first I've had, and ultimately just excited to have the opportunity. We all felt good coming in, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy. So, however we need to get it done, we got it done.
How about high school?
Yeah, I had a couple late ones. I had one my senior year. I think about a minute left, so a little more time than we had today. But like I said, the key is really just to try to treat it like any other kick and trust the guys around you.
Where do you feel like the target line was for the offense to get you in field goal range?
I felt like if we got inside the 35, we had a good shot if we needed. Ultimately, inside the 30, that's kind of the comfort zone. Get under 50 yards, just that way you can just smooth it. But like I said, I knew we would get down there and just take it play by play.
Derek, can you talk a little bit about their defense? They played a great game against you guys.
They did. They had a very good game plan against us, actually. Obviously they played me and Nick a little differently based on our skill sets, and I thought they did come in with a very good game plan. But as an offense, I thought we did a very good job of keeping our cool and just sticking to who we are.
How did they play you guys different?
He's a bigger, more of a run threat in the box, so they would just bring guys in tighter, they would play tighter to the line, kind of force him to throw it, and then when I was in there, they might spread out a little more and kind of time me to run the ball. It's just kind of the opposite of what we've been doing, so.
Even within the game, we've seen these sort of shift in what you guys can do sort of from the first half to the second half. Were they throwing anything different you guys after halftime?
Not really, honestly, no. They didn't really seem to change much. They clearly felt confident in what they were doing. And obviously, props to them, it was very effective in the second half. We had some tough start possessions, field position-wise. And so they did a good job of just shutting us down for a bit in the second half. But yeah, like I said, we saw pretty much that same defense the whole game. So I felt very confident going into the last drive that I knew what they were going to throw at me.
Jalen, teams in overtime usually, want to have the on offense second, so you know how many points they have to score. But for you as a defense, do you like being second because now you know what you have to defend?
I would say I would have preferred to go out there first.
Okay.
Just from, like you said, from a game plan point of view. I knew that our defense was going to get the job done no matter where we went.
So you go out there, up by 7 and the stop wins the game for you. What's the vibe among the group and what's the confidence level among the group?
Oh man, it's static down there in the locker room right now. It's going to be this is going to be one of the games that I feel like we're going to tell our kids about, our children about. The time we went into overtime, was able to pull it up.
Not a fair question there. End of the first half, 46-yard line or something, no time on the clock. I guess once by HYP, did it go through your mind? What happened last year at Harvard?
Oh, did it go through my mind? I was just preparing, how we would any other time that play was called. I didn't really think about the Harvard play or anything like that. I was focused on this one. They did a good job of getting pressure on me, so I couldn't even get it out.
There seemed, maybe I'm reading this wrong, but there seemed to be maybe a little more chatter, a little more chippiness, emotional game to play against you.
Yeah, I would say it's always that way. We both know we're very competitive in this league, and so it's a very important game to both of us on both sides, especially for us being homecoming and having so many people come back to the school. So it's always going to be a very gritty game when we play each other.
Tyler setting the school record for consecutive extra points made. Did you know you were coming up on that coming in the game?
Today?
Yeah.
What record? Yeah, no, I didn't know that, but that's great to hear. Like I said, I feel like I've been really fortunate to have a great operation around me, and DK leading us to a lot of touchdowns, so that helps. But just try to take it one by one. I had no idea. Yeah, I guess it's a nice bonus on the W.
You're fully healthy, I assume, through the first couple of weeks of time?
Yep, so I pulled the quad preseason, but feel great now. Just taking it day by day, but ultimately I feel great. And Cameron picked up the slack on kickoff, so I was trying to play it safe on that. He's done a great job for us. So leg feels great, and ready for next week.
My normal question after a game like this, I'd like you, Derek, what does this do for you guys looking forward?
Yeah, I think it was good that we got a game like this. This is where you really see what your team's made out of, and I always felt that we were destined to do something like this, and so it was just good, I think, for everyone to be able to see that. Especially we have so many young guys, and that might be like, oh, like we haven't had a close game yet, but we needed this, I think, as a collective group to see that it's not going to be a cakewalk for us the whole year, and it was good to see what we're made out of.
Coach, what did you think? It's tough in a game like this, and there's so many twists and turns. You look at it, what was the key to victory today?
Well, just persistence. Frustrating game in many regards. I thought Yale defense does extremely effectively. The early portion of the game, we moved the ball a little bit, and they kind of shut it down. They had a good game plan, and we didn't have a key to break it until late in the game. Obviously, the situation we got to go the length of the field with a little bit of time to go, and did what we needed to. From our perspective defensively, we put ourselves in a bad situation with field position fairly frequently, and they're playing on our half of the field. We had a couple of miscues with our punt game, and that was troublesome. The missed field goal certainly was helpful. They drove down the field and had an opportunity. But our guys they just kept believing, and they kept playing. And I think the offense fed off the defense. We kind of stood up the tail end of the game, and the offense rallied. We got to stop. We got to go down and kick a field goal. We got to get down to tie it up, if not score. And that's exactly what we did. It was electric on the sideline. The guys, Derek, he is unflappable. He is just the same always. And just the look in his eye, he was going to make some stuff happen. The guys believed in him, and we did what we needed to do. And then we get to overtime. I thought there was really a rush with the defense, the stand that we had prior to their field goal, and it kind of energized our guys. And the offense came back a little bit more confident after the long drive. So it was a good ball game. And to Derek's point, we haven't had one of those. We've had a lot of points. We play a lot of guys. This went right down to the buzzer and after. So it's a good Yale team. They're going to win a bunch of ball games. I thought we defended their run game well, but I thought their quarterback did a nice job, opportunistic. They hit a bunch of passes, moved the ball down the field, put the ball in the money. The big throw right off the bat, their touchdown was a big one. So they're going to win a lot of games.
Penalties seem to be a factor. There's penalties more often.
No, we were fortunate. And we just had none for the day, and that's what you want to do. We generally are not penalized heavily, but when you have an opportunity to take advantage, there are a number of plays that we're out unless there's a personal foul. Some of it happenstance, but those certainly benefited us.
So you really considered going for it instead of picking?
I did. Yeah. So we had 2 timeouts, and it was an unusual one. It's like can't.
Someone talking about it?
I talked to Samuel McCorkle about it. It was kind of, and I'm looking for advice as well. It's okay, hey, what do we? And the end game was, the initial was let's kick it, and then they called timeout and say, well, if we do, and then at the end it was no, we're kicking the ball. We should just get to to put it down, and we had 18 seconds to go, and no timeouts left. It just didn't make sense.
Where was your target line for taking this for football?
Yeah, he said it pretty accurately. We say 30 to 35, and that's pretty consistent. Closer is better. And the conversation was, okay, what do we need to get? I said, how about in the end zone? That was the mindset. Let's get down, so put the game away. But it was. I really give our guys credit. And somehow you grow up through something like this. Could be like, and it wasn't. They went out and we executed basically a flawless drive when we had to do it. Penalty certainly helped us. But there was never a doubt in terms of, hey, can we or will we? You would just say, go do it. Fortunately, we had enough time on the clock to do that.
You've been doing great on third down all season, 3 of 12 today. They're very good third down defense, but
Yeah,
a little troubling.
Yeah, no, I think we were a little bit conservative in terms of play calling, and in that we saw a lot of 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12s. We hurt ourselves with the fumble, and it popped back 15 yards. We took a sack, in a position to throw the ball away. We put ourselves behind the chains, and then that cost us field position. So we didn't play as smart offensively as we would like, and that field position stuff playing on the far end of the field is problematic. But I give Yale great credit. They defensed us extremely well, and we didn't have a good answer quickly.
That fumble, Griff, who has not had the easiest of senior seasons, we all know. Boy, what a hustle and a great play by him.
We do ball recovery drills
Yeah.
once a week, and that's exactly what he did. And it's tough for a big guy, but he is a very athletic guy, curled it up and protected it. Because if that ball's turned over there, game over.
You have to be proud of him.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for him. And, when critical situations, guys made some plays that you got to make in a game like that. And that was one of them.
I know your confidence level in Derek in general, but given the way that Yale's defense had played in the second half, what was your confidence level in the offense going into that key last round?
Well, as I said, we were really conservative, and they were defending the run. 17 in there. They crowd in the box, and there wasn't a whole lot of space. We had some number of missed assignments, and we've got to correct some of those type of things when you're outnumbered, and we just didn't get to the pass. And the last drive, obviously we had to. We were a little bit more productive, and the big plays that we had earlier on, the throws. So it's we'll go back and review. The key is we executed stuff that we had to when we absolutely had to do it. That's why we feel the way we do right now, and not hanging our heads.
Attendance listed at 10,000, almost 10. What can you say about what you got from the crowd today?
It was great to see that's as big a crowd as I've seen in a while. Some people kind of drifted a little bit later in the ball game, but the students section was phenomenal, and they were loud, and that was hugely beneficial. We opted to go down the student section of the field.
Oh, really?
Yale won the toss, and they played defense. We get the selection of the field was right down to the student end. So that was a huge plus. It was fun for the guys just to see something like that. My young guys that haven't been around for one of these games were just out of their minds. And we had a lot of recruits there. It was a nice thing for them to see too.
You got help from Isaac Boston today, sort of came from nowhere, but can you talk a little bit about him, but also Paxton Scott down that stretch?
Yeah, Paxton is, he's just money. He makes plays. He's a very succinct route runner. And Derek obviously trusts him. I think 10 catches for the day, and a bunch of them were critical ones, and the first down, move the chains type of things, and down the stretch. I think we had a third down, maybe even the fourth down, and went to him. So it's nice to see him. He's extremely humble. He won't say anything, but he's also very confident. And you see that in his style of play.
You guys have been calling for fair catches on kickoffs pretty much all game, and then going to that last drive. As it runs it out, is that coaching?
Well, it's sometimes you lull guys who sleep. Oh, they're going to fair catch again, take it on the 25, and that's why we take it on the 25. It's just it costs you an extra first down. So we'll go back and there's some things we can do as coaches that will be one of them. Put ourselves in the best situation possible.
Ask him to make a different decision, or you?
No, we make the decision.
Oh, you make the
Yeah,
decision.
he just it's fair catch them all. And, we statistically a year ago went through that. Teams that have the best starting position wins the fair caught the most. Plus,
It seems to me that maybe teams of last 2 years ago, teams like earlier, this might have been a game that you guys might not have pulled out. And what's the difference if you have a program team this year that has a lot of new starters, but you're able to win a game like this?
they really like each other. It's a fun team to coach. They are very, very cohesive. They are extremely unselfish. We play all kinds of guys on defense, on offense, special teams, and so forth, and I think that helps. And they pull for each other. They know they all have a role. Our freshman class, they just by personality, they love being involved with it. And I think that makes a difference. I think the older guys that have been through it a little bit, a guy like Derek, Jalen Mackey, guys that have been around, it's just, hey, we're going to get this done. Nico Murmagus, Isaiah Johnson, DJ Perry, or Terry, guys like that really help lift your spirits a little bit. And it makes a difference, just confidence.
We had a couple guys who had not played a whole lot, filling in for Mackey in the first half, and then when he came on.
Yeah, Thomas Hennessy did a nice job. Joe Heffernan was in there making some plays as well. And those guys, God bless them, they're 50-year seniors, and they just stuck around. They never really played a whole bunch for us, and that was absolutely critical. And against a team, 33 he's a good back, and our guys did a pretty good job against him. And Thomas, I don't know his tackle count, but he had a bunch. He had some key ones. So I was happy for him. His family was out. It's fun to see a guy that he works his whole time, finally gets an opportunity, and it is productive.
What was the scene on the sideline after the fourth one passed it around and the game ended?
What was what?
What was the scene on the sideline?
The guys were just streaming by me, so couldn't even see it. But they were just out of their minds, jumping up and down and everything else. And it's an emotional game, as you know. But to have it like that, right down to the wire, and that's the final play, and you're looking around for flags as a coach, and everybody else is storming the field. But it's fun to have the guys experience that, and a lot of teaching opportunities from that as well. Things we can do better. But I'll give Yale credit. They played hard, and they stopped us a better part of the game from an offensive standpoint. So but just very excited about the win.